What's going on this evening, this Monday evening? What is it? December the 28th, 2020. We almost out of here with this year of a whole lot of sadness and a whole lot of ability to stay strong. And just like the saying goes, if it don't kill you, it makes you stronger. And I believe in that saying big time. But anyway, it's been a while since I've been back here. Had a crazy weekend. I hope everybody else had a good weekend, a good holiday weekend as well. You know that I always do. I try to do Thursday from Sunday of more content and everything. Been through a whole lot, taking care of business, and also getting over a back injury. But I'm back, and I'm here. And now, here you go, listening to the Cashapp Lamar Dream Big podcast. I'm gonna get that right one day. But this content is gonna tell you really great content. You're gonna want to like and share this content, believe that. And also subscribe to my channel. For everyone that's already subscribed to my channel, I thank you 100%. Absolutely. But anyway, this video is talking about why don't should the man have a choice to be in a baby's life or not, or I should say to pay, being in the baby life financially or not, because we know the woman had a choice. She can either have the baby or she don't have to have the baby. She can have the abortion or she don't need to have the abortion. She has options, but all that most men do not have options in a westernized society at all. But it's a video that I want you to hear. A couple of ladies talking about, should a man have a choice not to be in the child's life and not be, forced to be in the child's life financially, and even physically, but I'm gonna let it go to the video, and I'm gonna say my perspective on the video as I always do, and we're gonna go from there. Hold on 1 second. Here we go. Let's get it going.
Should a guy who's made a father without his choice be involved physically or financially in the kid's life?
No.
Why?
Oh, sorry.
I think it depends on circumstance. Like, what is the circumstance of having the kid? Were you trapped? Like, was it like, did you know that you were having the kid? Was it planned? It all depends on what the situation is, of course. Like, if you didn't, if she's, turning around and she's just like, yeah, no worries, I'm on contraception. Then 2 months later, she's like, I'm pregnant with your kid. You need to financially support me. You need to do this. You need to do that. It's a different circumstance to being in a relationship with someone.
Not really, because at the end of the day,
all right, let's stop right there. It does, in a world of accountability, in my opinion, what she said is that it should be a situation where the man should have that choice. You know what I'm saying? Especially what situation that he was in. If it was if it was a relationship, or if it's a sexual relationship, or it's choices. But again, the man don't have these choices in reality. But we're talking about this as a group. Hopefully one day that the courts won't be so biased to the man. But let's go on.
With her, and to be
but
honest,
you're lying.
girls is that not every woman you're gonna trust her, and guys need to have a bit more respect for themselves than always putting it on the woman to be like, okay, yeah, she's on contraception.
I agree with her 100%. It's on you guys, and including myself, to understand that the woman is going to do what she want to do in this society. You can't protect you. What's the word I'm looking? What's the word I'm looking for? You're not in charge of no woman. You can't. This is not 50, 60 years ago. You can't tell a woman what to do. You know, at all. Woman can actually tell you what to do in some cases when it comes to having her baby. When it comes to like when you're married to her, every so often you'll see that happen and everything. It's not 50-50 in westernized society. So I agree with her. Your ass need to start using the condoms when you know it's a situation. Even myself, when you know it's a situation that you don't really know what this woman gonna do because it's in her hands. Now you leaving it in her hands. You know what I'm saying? You're leaving it in her hands in this society that we are in. Let's go.
Whatever. The only thing that's going to prevent you from having a kid is if you wrap up. And sometimes that and all splits and whatever. And then she, the woman as well, shouldn't then put a guy in a situation that she knows that he's not going to want to be in. So I think once you sleep with someone, you have to be prepared for one of those consequences, because at the end of the day, a lot of guys, they're not safe. They're
I
not
agree.
safe out here. Because I was even having a conversation with one of my friends, and he was like, oh, he's just lucky at the moment that he hasn't got a child. Like, it's just literally based on luck, because it's all about excitement and this and the feel and whatever. So at the end of the day, if you sleep with someone, just be prepared.
Yeah, you always have to be prepared. If you do the deed, you've got to be prepared. But what I'm saying is, like, in terms of like expecting financial, physical support, that's completely different to being prepared. Like,
so why should it only be on the woman?
I'm not saying it should be on the woman.
The woman has more responsibilities. It's your body. So first of all, even if you're having sex with someone, you consent to having sex, but not having a child with that person.
Mm-hmm.
So if you don't get pregnant, I don't think it's then, because if it was the other way around, where the guy wants a child and the girl doesn't, the girl can go out of her way and go and have an abortion.
Sure.
So why would you then tell her it's a 50-50? It's not really a 50-50 thing.
No, I'm not.
It's hypocrisy. You know what I'm saying? A woman, and it's been many cases. I saw it and I've been through it. A woman can do what she wants. You can say, I want to keep the baby. And she can say, no, I'm getting rid of the baby. And you can do nothing about it. And you can say, I don't want the baby. And she say, no, I'm keeping the baby and I'm putting you on child support. And you cannot see this baby because you're telling me you don't want to see this baby when it's born. Now you tell me, is life fair for the man in a westernized society? You tell me. And don't come here like saying that it's many situations where the woman is like being unfair, being prosecuted, because in this society, westernized society is North America and Europe, and you know how it is. Westernized society going to tell the man, you have no rights unless you get a good lawyer. Now, how many of you that's sleeping around with these women can afford a good lawyer to get you out of situations? You can't let 5 minutes of your life of, having sex with this woman, 5, 10, whatever you do, to change your whole life. And if you're going to do that, you better be prepared to be in the court system. Let's go.
I'm saying it's
It should be a 50-50.
I think it should be. I've got
right?
mixed feelings about it. I feel like for the woman to still keep the baby, like for me personally, I think if you're going to keep a child, it's sad, but it's the times that we live in. You should keep that child for you, not because of who the dad is or if the dad's going to be around. And that should be your decision that I want to be a mum to this child, regardless of who supports me. But I feel like at the end of the day, it takes two people to make a child. Cliche,
Exactly.
but it's a fact. So at the end of the day, if you contributed your sperm, you might have to contribute some money towards that. And if you don't want to do that, then you should do everything to make sure that she.
Yeah, this is a conversation where the man needs to understand that I continue to say this over and over again. You need to be smarter. Need to be a high level thinker. Needs to understand that you can't just be sleeping with any woman anymore because it's getting worse. It's not getting better. We don't need any more single mothers. We don't need any more deadbeat daddies. We don't need any more of that. So you really have to understand, especially if you're making that money and she knows that about you, because a lot of these women, they're not going to have a broke man's baby. The women that I know, they're going to have the man that's doing great, doing good for himself. He's somewhat successful, you know what I'm saying, or he's successful. They're not going to have, for the most part, Pookie and Ray Ray baby, you know, unless they digmatize. You know, let's keep it going.
Don't get pregnant.
Yeah,
Exactly.
but even you can do like when a condom, that condom can still break, and then
Yeah.
you're then pregnant. A lot of times people feel like, oh, because you're a woman, your body carries a lot of weight. Even a guy can come have sex with you, go to another girl's house and have sex with another girl, and then the girl gets pregnant. So it can do that multiple times, but your body has to carry that. You have to walk around 9 months, and then 18 years later, walk around with a child. So that responsibility is kind of on you to then make that decision of, do you know what? And there's not a lot of male contraceptive out there as well. So you can go out and get an implant. You can go out and get.
I can't wait until it's a male conception thing where we can protect ourselves from getting a woman pregnant. Like a woman have all these options to do. I can't wait. I used to be like, nah, don't do that. When I was mentally, you know, like not there like I have been for the last several years. Growing up, it was a lot of growing up I had to do. But I can't wait until it's a situation where the man can have this and it could be free. You know what I'm saying? It didn't, you know, so it, because a lot of these entertainers, athletes and stuff like that, and successful men, and I can't blame the woman because it's got to be somebody in that successful man ear telling him, nah, man, you shouldn't be doing this. You shouldn't be getting these strippers pregnant. You shouldn't be getting these concubines pregnant. You need to know these women that all they do is have babies. You shouldn't be getting these women that have more than one, more than two, more than three baby mamas pregnant. It doesn't work out. It's too many single moms. It's too many mentally unstable children out here. I'm an educator. I've been an educator for over 5 years. I've been a coach for over 20, it's going on 20 years. I've been a mentor for over 10 years. I see these children, and it's not getting any better. Let's keep it going.
So many different things, and you choosing not to do that is very responsible of you to not do that. And I'm not going to say, oh yeah, because I feel like it's a 30-70 sort of situation where the girl has 70%. Like it's literally of a choice to keep the baby, or if you don't want to keep that baby and take care of your body.
It's not fair.
I don't think it's fair for a guy for you to sit around and say, oh, because we both wanted to do it. Yes, I decided to have sex with you, but I didn't choose to have a child with you. Now,
But you know the consequences of having
that's
unprotected
not-
sex.
Yeah.
That's the thing. It's not just
The way the woman is talking, let me see, with the all black on, I never heard a woman talk like that. I never heard a woman talk with so much accountability to her. I never have in my life. I'm gonna be honest with you. Never. All the women I know, I never saw so much accountability coming from a woman when it comes to that. You know what I'm saying? And it's pretty great that she think that. But again, guys, that woman is is not a dime a dozen. That's the opposite of a dime a dozen. That's a very rare mentality of a woman to say stuff like that. To say, yo, do your thing. Which whatever, I had the baby, it's mine. Without putting you under the ringer. You know what I mean? She could be lying. This is why you have to be smart on who you're sleeping with. Believe me, it's been situations I wasn't smart on who I was sleeping with. You know what I'm saying? Been a couple of situations. But thank God Almighty that it was, the outcome came to fruition that, it didn't hurt me. You know what I'm saying? And many of my friends, same thing with them. Many of my associates.
just about
Even
having
if I was to wear a
consent to having
condom,
sex.
the condom could still break. So it's not what more could you want me to do. But
No, that's
you
what
as a
I'm saying,
woman
women
should then
should.
take care of yourself. If I'm having sex with you, a lot of guys have asked girls, "Are you wearing? Are you? Do you have a pill? Are you on contraception?" Go like, "Yeah, sure."
They're
Whatever it
lying.
is. So what do you want me to do about that?
You should
Okay,
wrap
but
up.
even forget
Even
the
You
if,
should wrap up.
contraception
even if you did though, even if you did, this is what I don't like as well, is that women sit there and be like, yeah, but it takes two to tango. No, not really, because guess what? You're walking around fat, looking or not looking good for a very long time because you didn't listen and just think, you know what? Let me just sort myself out because you have more.
All right,
of
let's say she's
responsibility.
anti-abortion, yet she keeps the kid.
That's
yeah?
your problem.
No. If she's kept the kid and now the guy and her aren't together, should she expect the man to
No,
give her financial,
no.
physical support? That's
To be
what I'm
honest with
asking.
you,
Because there's a very big, there's this bias towards how men should
think-
pay child support, but when a woman is like told to pay child support, everyone's a bit like, oh,
Why is he? Or
running
even I
game
see
on
some
her?
Instagram coming of like,
But what
get
are
the
you
check
saying?
or
You
whatever
think-
it is.
What are you saying?
I think it should be fair. You know how when a woman has a baby, normally it's always kind of in society, it's a bit taboo to be like, a guy shouldn't be supporting the mother of the child and the child. But when a guy and a girl are together and the woman's kind of got
Left.
more money, she's kind of told it's okay if you don't support the guy.
So you think a guy should support the woman?
Yeah, and
regardless?
vice versa in the situation.
No, I completely agree with that. If I choose not to have a child with him, we had that conversation of no, I'm not ready to have a child right now, and then you choose to go on and then have a child outside of my consent, and I didn't agree to that.
That's different.
And even
We're talking about potential.
All right. They sound like they babbling a little bit, but anyway, I understand their points, big time. Even the ones that I disagree with. The main thing is, if you're raising a boy, this is for you women as well. If you're raising a young man, I hope you're not raising him to be a baby daddy. I hope you're not raising him to be unaccountable. Hope you're raising him to understand that he must choose wisely with the women in his society. Because again, we live in a do thy will society. We live in a society that people can be unaccountable. And it's a lot of vindictive people, and especially the women. You say what you want. That's real. You know what I'm saying? And if you're not teaching your son and daughter those situations, you're a part of the problem. Point blank. You're just a part of the problem. And again, let's get off of that. I want to make it clear, I should say, I don't blame the woman for none of this. I blame the man. Only the man is going to have to be the example. Only the man going to have to understand he need to be the high level thinker. He need to be way more rational. Even if you wasn't brought up with a high level thinking man, you better start reading books. You better start adapting to reality. Because it don't matter what YouTube content provider is telling you, you better understand that if you don't make the right choices, you could be under the ringer for 18 years. You better make the right choices, and hopefully they make some contracepting things that a man, even if he will be protected. It's like the woman is protected if she have birth control, not other than just a condom. The man need to. We need those. It ain't gonna be. It's probably not gonna be until I'm an old man. But you young, hopefully it'd be great. It'd be good for my sons that's coming up. But anyway, I hope you guys like the video. I'm gonna leave that video under the description box so you guys can see the whole video. It's about a 10, 11-minute video, something like that. And also, if you want to comment on it. Let me know what you think about the video, what you think this society needs to be doing, and why you think the man should have a choice either to, have the baby or not. All right? Peace.